The night was crisp, the city glowing with soft light spilling from tall windows and car headlights gliding through the rain-polished streets. Inside the Velvet Oak Bistro, conversations were low, glasses clinked gently, and violins played somewhere unseen. At the corner table, Ethan Ward sat alone, his posture sharp, his expression unreadable. He was the kind of man people whispered about. The youngest CEO of Ward International. Brilliant, disciplined, intimidating. But lately his life had become a series of board meetings, empty penthouse dinners, and sleepless nights staring at the city that obeyed his every command yet gave him nothing back. And tonight? Tonight was supposed to be his last blind date. His sister, tired of watching him turn into a machine, had begged him to go. "She's not like the others," she'd said. "Give her 5 minutes." Ethan checked his watch, exactly on time as always. 5 minutes. Then he'd leave, like he always did. He lifted his glass of water, waiting, preparing polite small talk he didn't mean, when the restaurant door burst open, and in rushed chaos itself. A woman, laughing breathlessly, cheeks flushed, one shoe slightly muddy, hurried inside. Her dark hair was messy from the wind, and her eyes sparkled like someone who'd just found humor in disaster. She scanned the tables until her gaze landed on him. "You must be Ethan," she exclaimed, heading straight toward him. "Oh, thank God, I thought I went to the wrong restaurant. You wouldn't believe the day I've had." Ethan blinked. "Oh, hello." She slid into the seat across from him before he could stand, setting her purse down with a little sigh. "Okay, first, I'm so sorry I'm late. There was traffic, a broken traffic light, and then a dog," she gestured wildly, "ran into the street, so I had to help the owner catch it." He just stared, half stunned, half amused. "A dog, yes," she laughed. "And then my taxi driver thought I said library instead of bistro, so I almost ended up at the public library." Ethan blinked once, then twice, and something strange happened. He smiled. It wasn't forced or practiced like at work, it just happened. "It's fine," he said quietly. "You made it." "Barely," she said, grinning. "But here I am. So, are you one of those serial blind daters, or am I lucky number 50? Ethan's eyebrow lifted slightly. "Lucky number 6. 6? Not bad," she teased. "So why do you keep trying?" He leaned back, folding his hands. "Because my sister won't stop arranging them." "Ah," she said knowingly. Family guilt. The most powerful matchmaking force on earth. Her tone, her easy humor, the warmth in her eyes. It disarmed him. For the first time in years, he wasn't calculating what to say next. He was just there in the moment. Then she did something no one had ever done on a date with him. She laughed, fully, genuinely, without restraint. It wasn't polite giggling. It was bright and alive, spilling into the air like music. Heads turned. Even the waiter smiled. And that sound did something to him. It softened the walls he didn't even realize he'd built. Ethan found himself smiling more, asking her questions about her job as a children's book illustrator, her love for coffee, her habit of talking to stray cats. She was everything he wasn't, spontaneous, messy, till 5 minutes became 15. 15 became an hour. When the waiter brought dessert, Ethan realized he'd forgotten entirely about time. And for the first time in years, he didn't want to leave. A month later, that laughter still echoed in his mind, like a song he couldn't stop replaying. Ethan Ward, who once lived in silence, now found himself smiling at random moments. He started leaving the office early, taking long walks through the park where she liked to sketch. His staff whispered, "The boss is different." And they were right. Because Lila Bennett, the woman with wind-tangled hair and an unstoppable laugh, had changed everything. That night, they met again at the same restaurant. Their table was waiting, the one by the window overlooking the glowing city. Lila twirled her straw in her drink, watching him with that familiar, teasing glint. "You're quiet tonight. That's not like you." He smiled faintly. "You think you know what I'm like?" "I do now," she said softly. "You pretend to be serious, but you secretly like bad coffee, street food, and really terrible jokes." He chuckled. "Only when they're yours." Her laughter bubbled out again, and just like before, Everything around him disappeared. He reached into his pocket, his hand brushing the small velvet box there. For the first time in years, he felt nervous. Not because of business deals or decisions, but because of her. "Lila," he began, voice low. "Do you know what I was thinking the night we met?" She tilted her head. "That I was insane for being late?" He smiled. "That I'd give it 5 minutes. Then I'd leave." Her eyes softened, the teasing fading into something quiet and tender. "And?" she asked. "And then you laughed." He took out the box, opened it, and the candlelight caught the ring's silver band. Simple, elegant, just like her. "I walked in planning to leave," he said. "But you made me want to stay, and I haven't wanted to leave since." Her breath caught. Tears shimmered in her eyes. He reached across the table, his fingers brushing hers. "So, will you let me stay? For as long as you'll have me?" For a long heartbeat, the world stood still. Then Lila smiled through her tears. That same radiant, irrepressible smile, and whispered, "Stay forever." The restaurant erupted into quiet applause, but neither of them noticed. Ethan only saw her, the woman who turned 5 minutes into forever, and Lila only saw him, the man who finally stayed.